Hey there, this is Mr. Icarus and welcome back to Doom Mod Madness. In this episode we're checking out Action Doom, and if you're not familiar with this one, it's pretty much a Doom mod that takes direct inspiration from Contra. And if you're not familiar with Contra, it's a 2D action platformer from back in the day, back on the Nintendo Entertainment System, that had a reputation for being extremely difficult. So it's very interesting to see this kind of ported into the Doom engine. And as a result, this mod shares a few gameplay features with that original Contra, first of which being bullets. They fire extremely slowly, but don't worry, enemy bullets and projectiles also fire in a similarly dodgeable manner, which is good, considering we only have one health point. What is also good is that these exploding crates don't damage us, because that would mean a very early game over for me. But we're just slashing through these just to get a few power-ups. But anyway, we're going to jump out of this plane. Actually, we're going to find out what our mission is first. Apparently, Swedish rebels have overtaken a small American city. It's our job to flush them out. Attack aggressively, President Ronnie. He has some difficulty spelling the word secret down there. It says top secret. It's very confidence building there. Thank you, Commander-in-Chief. Anyway, let's jump out of this plane and see what goons we can dispatch. Oh, Geronimo! Okay, here we are in Swedish-occupied Americaville. Time to take out the trash. And thankfully, the Swedish terrorist force here has chosen to load up their weaponry with slow-moving projectiles too, which makes it a bit easier for me, because I have the miracle of side strafing on my side. I can make like Neo and just dodge around them. And this is obviously something that the Swedish terrorist force did not pay attention to in terrorist boot camp, otherwise I would be having a much tougher time of mowing them down. But that's not to say you can't be ambushed. There have been a few times where I've been distracted by the guy up on this side and just not paid any attention to these guys spilling out, and had a few very embarrassing deaths. But after that, once you get used to it, you learn that everything is quite linear. But there are still a few surprises to be had, because there's a fork in the road here, and if I choose to go left... Oh, would you look at that? There's now a building blocking me. Oh well, and we can't jump over the barriers, but that's pretty much in keeping with Contra. It was pretty linear to begin with. It was a 2D scrolling, side-scrolling platformer. So, bringing that aesthetic into Doom isn't that much of a surprise. It's just that we've got a little bit more freedom of movement around the streets. I'm just going to take care of these guys. It's like a duck shooting gallery at the furthest. It's only that the ducks occasionally shoot back. But if anything, there is only one major gripe that I have against Action Doom, and it's not the really cool little scripted events like cars coming through the wall and all that kind of stuff and buildings collapsing. It's the fact that this section right here is an absolute friggin' bore, because this is a tank. I am shooting at the tank. This tank takes bloody ages to die. In fact, I'm going to run out of ammunition right now. Which, if I was probably paying more attention to what I was doing, wouldn't be too much of a problem, because there was a spare ammo clip around there that I could have used. But it just kind of fills you up to 99 and no further. But this tank takes ages, absolutely ages to kill. And I'm just exploiting this little corner here, because it does fire missiles at me. And those missiles will turn me into a really horrific bloody pulp, but as long as I stand here, it can't hit me. And all I have to do is hold down the fire button to kill it. It just takes entirely too long to take out. And the fact that there's no autosave checkpoint before this pissed me off so much. Because once you get past it, that's where you get the autosave, and that's where the boss turns up. And I found this fairly difficult as well, because these turrets are very, very hard to judge. And you got to take out the turrets. You practically got to focus on those before you focus on the big green weak spot over there for this boss. Because they do that. They just turn you to mulch. And it's aggravating, let's say. But then again, that is Contra in a nutshell. One of the most aggravating and tough games you will probably play. And some people will say, God damn it, some people would say you can't consider yourself a proper gamer, or even a man, unless you've completed Contra. And to that I say, well, you know what, I'm just going to keep my boy shorts on, because I'm probably going to get a blood pressure problem from this kind of bullshit. But what I'm going to do instead, I am going to jump ahead so I can show you the real meat and potatoes of this particular mod. Because believe it or not, this stage is just a prelude. It's just an introduction stage before you get into the real real meat of Action Doom. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to skip ahead in a sec and show you what it's like when we get into the jungle. So personally, this is where Action Doom gets a lot more interesting for me, because it varies up the gameplay a bit more. We've got some environmental hazards with these trees, got more interesting enemy types, and these guys, seriously, who are they kidding? Do they think they're being stealthy? It's like Sam Fisher in Splinter Cell. You can see those goggles from miles away. But we still got to be careful. It's very easy to be ambushed, very easy to take a stray bullet, and I think I've cleared them out. So now we just need to take care of these turrets, and then I can show you what I find truly, truly interesting about this particular mod. Oh, god damn it, these turrets. Entirely too tricky to deal with. And the bullets are comically large. They're like bullet bills out of Mario. We've got one more obstacle to overcome before I can show you the interesting stuff. Let's see if we can get it from a distance. Let's see if this even works. Oh no, I ran out of bullets. Please don't fire back. There we go. Just got to be a bit careful of these stray bullets coming out of the forest, because these guys are uncannily good at taking you by surprise, despite their terrible camouflage. You know what? Screw it. I'm just going to hide behind this tree so they can't hit me. But you'll notice this signpost, and it basically means I can go through a vent there and trigger an entirely different part of the game, or I can take this route and do another entirely different part of the game. Or, that's right, there's more. I can go all the way down here to the boat and trigger a boat mini-game where I have to dodge some rocks, and then it's great. It's a piece of design that I did not expect to see here, and it's greatly appreciated. But personally, I want to try out the vent, because believe it or not, this takes us to a car chase, and I really want to see how this works, because it's the only route I haven't taken yet, and I feel like embarrassing myself and showing you how bad it is for me to go through something the first time round, so we just gotta take out these goons. That's for the Swedish meatballs. Oh wait, these aren't the Swedish terrorists anymore. These are just the people that took over the VAC facility. But we can hop in this, and the music changes just a teeny tiny bit. It's a bit of a... just drum and bass? I don't know. It's jungle, perhaps. Let's just hit the wheel. Oh yeah, we're trucking. This is great. I love this. And I was just totally unprepared for what was going to happen next. I thought maybe there might be some kind of steering mechanic, but no, what you do is you pop into the back here, you get a flamethrower, goddammit, and you have to start firing at these cars. And now I'm going to have to leap from car to car and not die horribly attached to the front grille of that car. Roadkill. Thankfully, the save point was relatively close, so we can just try that again. And we've got to be careful. Oh yeah, we're good. Oh shit. How is that fair? But this is pretty typical of my first run through of Action Doom. It was a lot of just taking bullets from unexpected places in my face. So now we've got to be super careful with our left and right strafing. And I think the game actually wants me to jump into that. I think that's just really unfair. Can I not just jump back? Do I have to do this? Right, let's switch back to this. Let's see if we can't make a fool of ourselves. No, that's not working. That's not working. Yeah. This is slightly less fun than I thought it would be. Ah, screw this. You know what? I'm going to load the other point. I'm just going to show you the boat. Let's go back. Let's go back to the future? No, the past. I'm losing my train of thought again. There we go. That's that taken care of, and we can gingerly make our way down this cliff. Full damage isn't too much of a problem, thank God. But for some reason, if you land in the water, that's insta-kill. So avoid the water if you can. So you pick up some nice dosh down here to increase our score. And we can initiate another vehicle section by going this way. I have no idea why you would just take the forest route when you've got these available to you. Sure, they're a little bit wonky, but the ingenuity on display here for including this kind of stuff just bowls me over. Sure, the entire thing is wonky as hell, but the soundtrack is great, the effort that's gone into it is great. I can't help but have fun, even though it's utterly... it is utterly frustrating fun. So, I'm just going to try and get through these rocks. No, this isn't happening. This isn't happening, is it? If I can't do it on this turn... Okay, maybe one more turn. One more turn. If I can't do it on this turn, I'm going to call it a day. because this is an extremely unforgiving section of game. You can accidentally drift away from the steering wheel, and it won't register your movements in terms of edging the boat around. So we're just going to skirt close to the wall here. And you'll notice on the bottom there's a little meter. Ah, screw this. Those rocks are homicidal. But there's a little meter on the bottom that shows you how far you can get. But to be honest, I feel like I'm selling Action Doom a little bit short here because there is just so much more to see, so much more that I haven't been able to show you. And I've just got the utmost respect for the amount of work and creativity that's gone into this, because there's some really fantastic little boss battles in this game. I mean, the branching paths alone are praiseworthy, and you know what, in all likelihood this mod may just end up pissing you off. You may just find it difficult and stupid. So what, it's worth a spin. Check it out, the link is in the comments below, and have fun. Anyway, this has been Mr. Icarus. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to leave a like if you've enjoyed this video. Let me know if I missed anything in the comments below, and if you're not subscribed already, go on, have a click of that subscribe button. This has been Mr. Icarus. Icarus out.